for you in this one. A top 10 showdown early in the season, a measuring stick game, and one that both of these teams hope will propel them to bigger and better things. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on last year's national champion, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. About to kick it away and get this season started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They get set for the point after. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bruins offense will have the first possession of the game. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments. It is so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's take a minute here and think about UCLA. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they want.
There he goes to the left. The 30, the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Auburn's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Camarda. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. Auburn going to work with another first down. They're going to run it. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
2nd and short equals bow up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Got to be more physical, Jesse, on those 2nd down and short situations.
So for that point, David, I think you got to stick with it if you're on offense as a staff. Challenge your guys to get some push up front. You've recruited this position really well. You need these guys to move some bodies because you've got a talented guy in the backfield that can hurt this defense if you just give him a crease.
Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Just got to finish the play if you're the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Camarda. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6. On to attempt to try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Excellent job by the kick coverage team, a pretty minimal gain on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Makes the catch. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
Looking left. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Bruins will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got him downfield. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Tiger. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul in Oxford who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Appalachian State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got his man in the middle. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Bruins line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Almost everything has gone their way so far, up 21-7, and they have it back. The give to the back. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Wants to fire on second down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Tiger. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Duke. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Defense in press coverage. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. Quick pass on the fly motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Swings it out to his running back. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. He wants to throw it again. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Got the quick completion. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Wants to go up top. It's complete. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Duke. Inside the 15. Out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Offense in a bunch formation. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
You want to stop the run game? Get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
They get to him as he throws. This one's complete. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. we asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
You know, in the SEC, you're going to have to run the football if you're going to win games. And you can go on and on talking about great Auburn running backs back in the day, but right here, right now, if this team's going to win an SEC championship, they need to force-feed this guy the football and let him go to work.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Wilkins. Got some room into the goal line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn! How about this Tiger quarterback etching his name alongside the greats and maybe wearing out Aubie with extra push-ups after all these points?
And you just think about those guys having those kind of days as Nick Marshall, Cam Newton, just superstars in the position. That's what kind of day he's having so far.
End zone. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got his man on the right. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Bruins want to crank the tempo.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Bruins with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They think there's room to run to the right here. Look out, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Working that left side. Touchdown, UCLA! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Fires to the middle. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilkins. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
That penalty cost him a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Auburn.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Motion from the back. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got a man. It's Wilkins. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will make the fair catch just a few yards shy of midfield. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. On the run, it's Averill. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down, he'll throw it. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Complete downfield. He finally goes out of bounds after the explosive play, but now the question is, did the official see something to bring it back? So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Bruins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Tiger.
Man, that That's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Utah is putting on a show offensively. They've built up a comfortable lead against an opponent that's really been outmanned. They're up by 20 over Arkansas. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
He's got it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first two quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if any of you are this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wants to go up top on first down. And as he throws, snagged in the middle, it's Camarda. And a big-time grab there, knocked down immediately. immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
The number one goal as a defense is try to hit the QB as many times as possible. Try to rattle him, try to get him flustered a little bit. Nice job getting there, getting the hit on him, but nice job of executing by the quarterback. Taking the hit, delivering the strike.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
They'll send the back in motion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilkins. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Firing to the right, complete. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. So now it's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Trailing now by 17, David, this is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field. And at least...
There he goes! He's at the 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA!
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So here comes the Auburn offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. The run to the left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Looking to fire. Fakes the grab. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
To the ground to try to move the chains. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to. You think about Troy Aikman, you think about some of those other great names in UCLA history.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bruins! They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense...
Oh, and they blocked it. He picks it up. Remember, he can take it back. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. He takes it the distance, and you can give him 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Auburn.
They'll test the right side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been sitting back, I might sneak a draw in.
It's on target and complete. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, he wants it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the first down. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll ride the hot hand. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Looking to throw on third. Pressure coming. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. It's our forced to settle for the field goal.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a two-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. It hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
The Bruins have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner. But right now they want to stop on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got to lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time. Breaks into the open. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning on the Jets. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pucks it out of the air. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Camarda. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. If you can score it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And That's a really nice drive by this offense. They didn't get too conservative. They put the drive together. Now, the biggest thing for me, now the other team has to score 2 touchdowns. And that's the goal you want. You always want to make it as hard as possible. This offense executed in the fourth quarter. Nice job.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Let's see what he can do with the return. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To the air on first down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the jet motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Rucci. Here comes the heat. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Things did not go on the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tight end finds a soft spot. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
This is a fun spot to be in defensively. Like, it's late in the football game. You know they're passing the football because you're up a couple of scores. You pin your ears back. You try to get to the quarterback. Play smart. Make sure you rally to the football tackle and don't give up the big plays.
It didn't look to me, guys, like the QB and his target were on the same page on that outbreaking route. I'm not sure if they both thought it was man or zone or what was happening, but I think that helped.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Bruins headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, turning it on.
Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Duke. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Gets rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. He'll keep it himself. They stopped him cold in the backfield, and all they needed was inches on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He's got it, and more than enough for a 1st down. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. The Bruins trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Snapped it in the shotgun. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's 1st and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
All right, big touchdown makes it a 9-point game. You got to kick the extra point right now, and then you've got to find a way somehow, some way to get the football back. You're going to have to score again and go for 2. A lot has to go right, but at least you get that touchdown to give yourself an opportunity.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
So here comes the Auburn offense. 1 possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute op.
Oh, he's got some space. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge game. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those 2 teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between...